everyone. My name is Ayodele Kwasandia, and I'm here to talk about implementing a better software at Horizon Health Partners. Better data management software. So I'm going to start with a stat. In a study done on 7,500 employees, full-time employees, according to from the results, it turned out that 22% of employees said they experienced little burnout, while 44% of full-time employees said 23% experienced full-time burnout, while 44% of employees said they experienced little burnout. So that's about 2/3 of employees that said they experienced burnout. And although burnout is part of work, it's become normal. It actually has great impact on the overall organization. And one of that is mostly leads to high turnover rate, because most of the workers, they have a feeling that they're not performing well, basically. And that's mostly what employees at Horizon Health Partners are going through. So they experience a burnout, and what is causing this burnout is mostly due to the amount of time that they spend doing other tasks as opposed to actually doing what they're supposed to do. So what I'm trying to do is to give a recommendation to the board about what the board has to do to remove totally what I'm trying to say is that the board has to focus and has to pay attention, and they have to provide a more efficient staffing software that can manage the workload and correct all the mistakes, so the workers don't have to go back and have to do that for themselves. And the reasons why is because it's going to ensure that the employees are working up to date, working with up-to-date data. It's going to ensure that it reduces the time that the employees spend confirming accuracy, and it's also going to ensure that the employees are meeting their assigned targets. So ensure that employees are working with up-to-date data. So what the software is going to do is it's going to update our database on a weekly basis, and it's going to make sure that all the doctors' details are updated using the internet, and it's going to by doing this on a weekly basis, it's going to make sure that all our data is up to date and correct. So that way, it will show that the company actually values the quality of data that we use, and it's also going to improve overall effectiveness of work as a company. Employees will be able to meet their weekly quotas. So now employees, don't have to spend time correcting mistakes. They can actually focus on the designated tasks. So now they have more consistent metrics reports, and they can be able to accomplish the task or the required task for that week. Employees will also, they'll also be able to increase the number of doctors that they place. So not just meeting the task, they can also surpass expectations as well. And the most important thing is actually reducing the time that workers spend confirming accuracy. So which is mostly what is causing the burnout, and the burnout is leading to workers, most of them leaving the work or not feeling like they're contributing to this company. So the main thing is reducing time spent confirming accuracy. So workers will show better time management, interpersonal performances and effectiveness now that the software is now that we have a better software. A counter argument is the cost associated with installing the new software. It's being that we're a startup company, it's actually going to be a lot of money to get the software implemented for the first time. And another thing is, during the time when they're installing the software, workers are going to be out of work for depending on, let's say a week, depending on how long it takes for them to report the software. So I think this should probably be the only issues that I have with my recommendation. But the counter argument, the review is that overall in the long run, it's going to improve, the company output and ensure that the company is getting the best out of the workers, so workers are not complaining about increased workload or they're not feeling burnt out. And the new software will also increase productivity, productivity by 50%. And in conclusion, Horizon help others, they need to find a more efficient way of managing the database. And my suggestion is to use a more, artificial intelligence software like Recruit to, make sure that, the workers are not the ones doing, correcting the data and correcting all the mistakes. And now we just leave it to the technology. These are my references, and thank you.
Questions?
Do they currently have a software that they work with?
No, we don't have a software that we use. So what the company does is they leave it to interns to do. So that's what's causing the burnout, because you also have tasks to do, and then you also give them this task of finding information, putting the right information. So most of the work is they don't end up coming back after like a month, and then we gotta hire new interns. But now you have more work done because no one else have that one. So no, we don't currently have. So, is there any questions?
All right, thanks very much.